All right, welcome to today's class. And today we'll be working on something very unique, and it will be on a poster. I'll be working on a sports poster just like you can see on my screen. Okay, we'll be working on a sport poster, and via the poster, I'll be learning some basic tricks like how to grade your color, how to create contrast, and creating a simple but unique design. This trick you'll be learning is applicable in any aspect of design. Believe me, this trick you'll be learning is applicable in all aspect or any aspect of design. And this class is going to be one of the best things that has ever happened to you. So I downloaded this image online. All right, I downloaded this online. Uh, Let me rename this, and then I'll convert to smart object. So I'm working with Instagram portrait dimension. This Instagram portrait. Uh, for this type of poster I want to work on. All right, you can work on any dimension you want, but for this particular project, this is the dimension I'll be working with. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'll be cropping out this image from this background. I'll be cropping out this image from this background, and I will come here to select and then subject. All right. So if the selection is not that great or complete, I will make further adjustments. Okay, awesome. All right. Uh, but there is more that I want to do. So I'm going to activate my polygonal lasso tool, and I'll be adding more to this selection because as you can see here, the selection is not complete. Okay, it's not just the term that I'll be adding. I will also be adding some other parts like the football. I want it to be part of it, so I will come here on addition and I will select. All right, just few minutes, few seconds. I'll be adding this. Okay, you can zoom in very well with Control Plus, or if you are using your mouse, you can zoom in with your scroll wheel and just pay attention to what you are selecting. Okay, so I'll go back to the origin. All right, come here again, and just like that, select this part. All right, okay. Let me see more. I think that's all for that. This trouser, I want to put an extension to it. Okay. All right. So the ball, let's select the ball also. All right. We can leave the ball for now. We can attend to the ball later. All right. Let's edify this picture. I will not just go ahead and move on with my selection just like that. Let me see this hand. I think I would like to add more to it. It is cropping out a larger detail of the picture, which uh, is not really looking so great. Okay, and if you check this uniform also, this jersey, can you see this part is not selected? All right. Okay, so I'm to remove this. I will press Alt. So the minus will be activated, and then I can remove just like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select a mark. So once I click on select and mark, I'll be able to make further edit. Okay. So what I really want to mark is this guy here. I will not be touching it. I'll just come straight to the contaminate colors. Once I click this, I will check this. Once I click and this activated, I will click OK. And there will be air between the background. I mean the background, there will be background in between the air. All right. It's not just for human alone. It can be an object. You can be working on a design that have to do with trees and everything. You can always use this particular option to modify your work. Okay. So I will check here to decontaminate, and then I will hit on OK. So once I do this, a new layer will be created with my background removed from that particular layer. Okay, good. So this way I'm coming to, but I'm not done. All right. So this is the way my picture looked before and then after. All right. So I'm not done. Uh, I'm going to add these marks. I will apply the marks. I will remove this. I will activate my lasso tool, polygonal lasso tool, and I will remove this particular layer between the fingers. So this one of Football Rising Star, we are creating just a simple poster for him. All right, good. So let's hold the visibility of this and on this and remove. Okay, don't let us go that direction. Don't let us go that direction. The next thing I'm going to do, sorry for the noise. Pardon me, please. Just few seconds. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want this feed to be part of what I'll be doing. I want it to be part of the design. Okay. No, I won't go that way. All right. Let me just select the football. Let me just select the football because of what I actually want to achieve. I'll be selecting the football. All right. So I can achieve that with my lasso tool. I'll be achieving that with my lasso tool. So I will come here and make selection around the football like this. I can download the football, all right? I can download a new football. All right, that's it. Just instead of cropping this out, just let us go ahead and download our football. Okay, so I will come to pngwing.com. If you are in one of my 3 days intensive class, we talked about this. Their website, you can download PNG images for free. Okay, so I will just start to football here and download anyone I feel works for me. Okay. So if you don't see one exactly, you can click and select something that looks similar. All right. Just click and select something that you believe looks similar. Let's see this. So from here we further options. Let me see if I can have something colored. All right, good. So this is what I'm looking for. A colored football. So I will click on download this PNG. download this PNG. Uh, it will be hard to solve a small puzzle, all right? So if you don't know how to use this, you're already learning. So just accordingly and then queue. So once you are done with the selection is like the minor thing about this whole thing. Making the selection is like minor compared to what we actually want to do. All right. So we come here and then we have our image already. So I will click and drag it here, just like that. Reduce the size of the football, obviously, and position it where it is meant to be. Okay, so we can on the feasibility of this to check if okay, I'm going to name the football. If our football is positioned the right way, all right, because we are working with perspective here, all right, because of the direction of the footballer leg, the way his leg is positioned. So good. All right, so we can hold the feasibility of this. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I will be adding some effect on this. And the effect, okay, so this our image. Let me remove the copy, name it image, and then convert it to smart object. All right, the resolution I'm working here is just 100. Okay, and like I mentioned, I'm working on Instagram portrait dimension. All right, that's uh 890 by 1113 pixel. All right, so you can come here and come to your image size to verify if your dimension is wrong, and if you want to change your resolution, you can always come here and impute and change your resolution. As simple as that. So the next thing I'm trying to do here is I want to make every part of this guy body black and white apart from his jersey. Do you get that? Every part of his body that is not covered with clothes will be black and white. His jersey will be colored. That way we are going to create something standard. But before I do that, let me pick a color from his jersey. Let me create a new background and create a solid color actually. A solid color, and then come here and the solid color will be from his jersey. All right, so red, let me see a deeper dimension of it. All right, I think a lighter dimension of it is okay. Let me come here. All right, so good. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I will okay, so let's work on this now. Let's work on this. What I'm going to do is I will make selection of this. I will make selection of this guy body by working with color range. Okay, I'll be working with the color range. I'll use it to make selection of the part of his body and leave out his jersey. Okay, once I do that, I'm now going to convert it to black and white and apply my effect. Hope you understand. I'm going to show you. So I'll come to select and then come to color range. Okay. So from here, let's do local selection and make selection from here. All right. And let's see how that works. So I will hit OK. Let me add up. I'll be adding up the parts I believe are meant to be there. Okay. And then I'll hit OK. So as you can see, the selection is not so perfect. So what I'm going to do is I will activate any of my selection tool. It can be the lasso tool. Okay, the lasso tool will work very well for this. or the quick selection tool, anyone, and I will be adding up to my selection. As simple as that. I'll be adding up to the selection, and then I will apply the black and white effect, and then I will invert it in such a way that it will not affect the selected part. Okay, so I will come here. Sorry, pardon me. Control Z. Let me hit the addition button, and then just come here just like that. All right. So every part of his head will be selected. Let me use the quick selection tool. I think I would prefer that. Good. I want this out. I want this out. Okay. Use my lasso tool and remove this particular one. Let me remove this. So all the part of the jersey will be halved. Everything that is jersey that is added, I want them out of it. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. And I need this part to be here. Once the way I'm switching to plus and minus is by pressing Alt. Okay, once I press Alt, it will be switched to minus. So I want its tie to be there. Okay, so I remove this part of the socks. And obviously I'll be adding this. So let me switch to the polygonal so that the selection will be smoother and easier for me. So like I said, these techniques can be used on any of your projects, okay? No, it's not all white. Just let's go like this. Okay, good. So I don't want it on the shoe as well, so I'll be taking it out just like that. Okay. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'll be applying uh my black and white effect under the adjustment layer. So I'll be clicking, and then I'll hit to clip. So as you can see, you will notice the black and white effect is affecting just the selected region, which is the image complexion. Is uniform is out of it. All right, is uniform is out of it, just like that. So the next thing I'm going to do, let me hit all of this. I will make selection of everything, press Ctrl G or click and drag in the folder icon here, so that's it will group, and I can name it image. So I will characterize it and take it uh to camera raw filter. Okay, I will come to filter and then camera raw filter. So here, from last class, we learned how to apply black and white effect and make it more real. Okay, so here I just want to make edit and boost the color range of this. I want to boost the overall look of this particular image. So once we do this, this is the major taxing thing here. So once we do this successfully, we are good to go. So I will increase the contrast. Okay, I'll increase the contrast and increase the shadow also, just like that. Right, and the black and white, boost and then increase the exposure just a little bit. Okay, not so much. I can increase the texture. Yeah, and then I will hit okay. All right. Yeah, can you see that? Let me zoom in for you to see the effect, the before and after. So this is my image before and this is after. Before and after. All right, but before I go too far, okay, just let us continue, guys. I'm going to, I will press Ctrl J to make a copy, rasterize, and come to filter, and then apply high pass. Please, if you are muted, can you mute your mic and leave this at 2.0? Can any of the admin help me with that? All right. So I will come here and then soft light. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I will on the visibility of this. Okay. I will on the visibility of this, and then the color. I'll make a bit of adjustment on the color. Just drag it down a little bit. Good. So let me group this. All right, before I do that, I want to generate some form of contrast here. So I will activate my shape tool and draw a rectangle just behind here. And I will change the color to white. Not really white, just something gray. All right. So let's make this guy bigger. Let's make our image bigger. All right, good, awesome. Awesome. Like I said, this principle is applicable to any design you are doing, depending on what you want to do. All right. So let me boost this up. Okay. In order to make this look more real, I'll be adding shadow. I'll be adding shadow to this guy image, which is beneath his shoe and also the football. So I'll be creating a new image and name it shadow. I'll be creating a new image, name it shadow. This should be black and white, and then I will activate my brush. Okay, I can come here. I should have one of the shapes. Okay, if I don't have anything like that, you can always, it's possible, part of your default setting for your brush, you can have what I actually want to achieve now already, so you don't have to stress yourself. But if not, this is how you create a shadow of this nature. On your transfer, make sure you are under the subtrend brush. All right, subtrend brush, and then you adjust the angle will still be 0. You adjust your roundness just like this. Okay, adjust your roundness. All right, and you can, if you are working with your mouse, set your flow to something like 15. If you are working with graphics tablet, you are good to go. You can just control your pen pressure and move on. Okay, so I will reduce the size of this and I will apply my shadow. All right, so make it bigger, just little application and play with it just like that. Okay, so and also for the football, I'll be applying shadow for my football as well. All right, so I'll be adjusting the roundness. I will make it a bit bigger. I will increase the roundness and apply shadow for my football as well. Okay, and then the roundness again. Let me reduce it and apply it just here, just like that. Okay, all right. Can you see this is looking more real? All right, with the application of shadow, we can make this. We can increase our shadow more. We can increase our shadow more and make it look more real. All right. Good. And yeah, the arrow key. I only push the shadow inward just a little bit. Good. So the another thing I can do is I can add shadow beneath this guy's shoe. All right, but it's a bit dark already, but I can still do that. Okay. So I will create a new layer and name it shadow 2. This is not a must, but if you want to create something that is more unique, you can still do this. Okay. So and apply a bit of black brush here. It's meant to be above above the picture, not beneath. So I think, all right. So above the picture, just a little. Above the picture, and also for the ball, I'll be applying the shadow on the football image also. Okay, I'll be applying the shadow on the football also, so that it will look more real. All right, it will look more real. So just like that. Okay, so yeah, can you see that I can then reduce the opacity so that it's not so thick. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I will be putting the guy jersey number. Let me group all of this. I'll be grouping the shadow and the image and everything, and I can name it image again. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is let me type his jersey number with my character tool, and also I will type his name. So his jersey number is 19. Yamal, number 19. All right. So I'll make this big, scale this big, bring it down here, and I'll be giving it the color of my white background here so that it will be like a flow, like a continuation. Okay. So it will be like a flow, like a continuation, just like that. So another thing, okay, let's continue. Let me check out blue here. Okay, so we can use this blue also, the blue from the trouser. Okay, we can decide to use yellow. We can decide to use anything. All right, we can decide to use the blue. We can decide to use red. We can decide to use any color we want, as long as it's a major color on the jersey. All right, so 19. The font I'm using here is Gotham Black. Gotham Black. So if you don't have it as part of your font package, you can download and install it. It's a free font, and I will just close the tracking just a little bit and make sure this text is actually centralized. All right. So the next thing is I will type his name and then I will apply one more effect and we are done. Okay, so let me check the website I downloaded. On Google, I downloaded his picture from Google, okay? So I'll just copy his name, Nama Jamal, okay? The reason why I actually did this is because this guy is actually a young guy, 16 years of age, and he's already becoming a force to reckon with in the world of football. All right. So I'll be changing these fonts. I'll be changing this font. I'll be using something called SIF actually. Not for everything. One of it, not. I think it will look more beautiful if it is not all the name that is cursive. I believe so. Okay. All right. Let's see how this works. I want Angel. Let me cut this out also. So there are different. You can be creative with your typography. All right. With your text, you can create. You can be creative with it, and do something that works. All right. So I'm going to scale this letter L to be more bigger, not as big as this though. This is too big. All right. So and then I can change this to okay. So can you see the way we play with our name? So this is the guy name. We don't just write it straight. We did something kind of fun with it. So another thing I'm going to do is now I'll be adding the noise and I'll be adding grunt effects. Okay. So but before I add noise, I'll go on Google and just search for grunt effects and I'll be adding that to my background. So uh, there is a texture is going to give my design. There's a texture is going to give my design. Let me see this. All right, awesome. So I will copy this, come to Photoshop and press Ctrl V to paste. All right, I will scale it big, just like this. And then I will come here and add multiply. Yeah, just like that. Multiply. I will make a copy by clicking and dragging here, and I will drag it down just like that. Okay, good. Select the two and scale it bigger. Also, all right. So this is, let me see if it's above layer. Let's put it above. All right, good. So I'm going to group this together, name it, and then reduce the opacity of this. Okay. So I just want it to apply slightly on my background. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create noise and add noise to my image. So I'm going to name this noise, change the mode, soft light, and then I will be adding noise. Okay, and it's okay. All right, awesome. So I don't want this to be much. Yeah, that's it. So with this, we've come to the end of today's class concerning poster design. And what we are able to do is we are able to cut out our image, we are able to apply the black and white effect in such a way that it affected just this complexion, and then we did a simple but classic poster design under few minutes. Okay,